Welcome back to Seattle inside Bank of America Arena on campus at the University of Washington. It's the Pac-10 Gymnastics Championships. Jim Watts along with Kathy Johnson-Clark. And if you're ready for an Oberman fix, well, Sunday Night Sports just got a whole lot better as the Keith Oberman Evening News airs Sunday at 10 o'clock on Fox Sports Net. Each Sunday, Keith provides his unique perspective on the world of sports, wrapping up the week's events and taking a look forward to what's ahead. It's the Keith Oberman Evening News, Sunday nights at 10 o'clock only on Fox Sports Net. Well, Stanford has been leading most of the night. This is through 5 rotations, and UCLA has gone in front of Stanford, but by the slimmest of margins, 148.5, 148.475. Oregon State, California, Arizona, and Arizona State giving chase, and Washington is a rotation behind. Rotation 6 coming up next. Stanford on the vault, Washington on the bars, the Oregon State Beavers on beam. The Cats of U of A on the floor. Arizona State, California, and UCLA take a breather. We start with Daniela Medlin, the freshman from the University of Washington, on bars from Redmond, Washington, nearby. Only her second bars appearance of the year. First time out, she had a 9.85. A little pressure here.
So far, they're doing extremely well over here on the uneven bars, especially since you consider last competition, they had to count falls on bars and beam. So this is a huge improvement for them.
Daniela Medlin, a 9.9, coming off the bench to help out on the bars. Shelly Goldberg, the vault for Stanford. Goldberg is a freshman. Vault and floor only for her.
Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful control on the landing.
And that was the highest score possible for her, a 9.9. We are seeing some great performances tonight. Everybody taking it up. Back on the bars from the University of Washington, Lanna Apisukh, the senior.
Tremendous collegiate career. Very consistent, solid performer throughout. Boy, this is going to make head coach Bob Levesque very, very happy with this team. Nice to do it at home, too.
Another 9.9. Over to the beam. Live now, Stephanie Bychowski, who's ranked 8th in the nation on the beam for Oregon State.
It just occurred to me, I would love to see a CAT scan of a brain working balance beam. I can't even imagine how many parts of the brain we use to do it, because you're constantly striving for perfection, trying to be aggressive, and yet at the same time being aware of anything that's off to fix it and not overcorrect.
Trying to balance both the left and right hemisphere.
Yeah.
A lot of electronic synapses firing back and forth.
That's Randi.
Very complex event, particularly in competition.
Is it the toughest?
Toughest in competition. I think it's the easiest to do, to learn the skills on. And unlike most people who've never been up on it, it's not as scary as it seems. Your brain is operating on a different level. You're thinking of the skills. You're not concentrating, oh my God, I'm only on 4 inches. Very clean routine. I love to see pointed toes, legs together on every little thing. Little check on the landing, though. Those are the little things that add up.
Stephanie Bychowski, Oregon State. Carolyn Fluhrer now for Stanford, back on the vaults at a 9.925 against Minnesota on this event earlier in the year. A freshman.
Boy, I can feel the excitement from across the floor with the Stanford team. They are just rocking.
A good night for Stanford so far. Mark Cook with a big hug. Stanford came in 12-3 on the year.
What a thrill. When you've trained so hard to come up with something like that and finish it off with a perfect landing.
And that was the top vault tonight, a 9.975 for Carolyn Fluhrer. From Fluhrer to the floor. And here's Randi Liljenquist for Arizona. Liljenquist has a 10 on the floor this year, the only Wildcat ever to receive a perfect 10. And has the second highest total in school history on the all-around. She was third in this meet in the all-around last year.
I like that ending. Very enjoyable routine.
And a smile to cap it off. Randi Liljenquist, the University of Arizona junior.
Due to technical difficulties during her routine,
And we'll take a timeout. Much more to come from Seattle. More rotation 6 and of course rotation 7 still ahead. Back in Seattle, where apparently I have a fan. That's Charlotte Horton.
I saw you paying her father. I saw you.
That's my writing at the bottom. Charlotte Horton, and it's her 5th birthday, 4th birthday today. Happy
You have
birthday,
no
Charlotte.
shame.
She's so big, I think she's 5. I want that side. Oh, earlier, Randi Liljenquist for the University of Arizona, a 9.925 on the floor exercise. Yeah, you can smile about it. Good effort. Stephanie Bychowski, the Oregon State senior, on the beam, a 9.875. Big numbers all over the building tonight. Now back to the beam. Annie Campbell, the sophomore for Oregon State, is next up.
So far, they're doing very well. Would like to drop a 9.525. That's their first performance. They've come back pretty strong here on the balance beam.
That's 2-6-5-4-3-2200. Judge, you may start with 3 minutes at the line.
In gymnastics, everybody talks about hits. That's what they're aiming for. Hit routines all across the board. 6 for 6 on every event is what they're trying for. It's really a shame you have to score them.
Just sit back and enjoy. 9.875 for